How's it going, everybody? This week we have the baseball scenario. So you and a friend are planning to make a 200 nautical mile trip to a professional baseball game. Your boss has asked you to drop off a business proposal at the branch office, and there has given you the company twin to use for the trip. The weather is forecasted to be VFR for the flight to and from the ball game. You must effectively plan VFR cross-country flights in your multi-engine airplane. You must procure and analyze aviation weather reports and forecasts necessary for the cross-country flight. You must discuss tasks, risks, and automation management as pertains to takeoffs, climbs, cruise approaches, and landings in the multi-engine cross-country flight operations. You must demonstrate a thorough understanding and working knowledge of weather, the National Airspace System, and flight planning for multi-engine cross-country flights. All right, so the plane that we're going to be taking again is the Piper Seminole. Like again from the last two presentations, it's the plane that I'm most comfortable with. So just a little bit about it. The Piper Seminole comes with two Lycoming 100, two Lycoming engines. They both produce 180 brake horsepower at 2,700 RPM. The max range is 922 nautical miles. So this plane will have no problem at all reaching 200 nautical miles. The max fuel is 108 gallons. Useful load with max fuel is 563 pounds. Cruise, we're gonna be cruise is 147 knots. Seats holds 4 seats including the pilot, and the gallons per hour is 16.6. So the flight plan we have today is we're gonna depart Lihue International Airport. That's all the way on the left side, as you see from the map, or the map before flight in the bottom left. We're gonna arrive at Kona. As you can see, it's on the bottom right of the map. Although it's gonna be VFR all the way from Lihue to Kona, I always prefer an IFR flight plan just to be on the safe side. Total flight time is 2 hours and 9 minutes. Total miles is 228 nautical miles, and total fuel with reserve is 58 gallons. I know the Piper Seminole can hold 108 gallons, but I say why not try to help save the company some money by not even going full tanks, because there's no reason to be having full tanks and have all that extra weight decreasing the performance of the plane. So we're only going to carry what we need. And we're going to be cruising at 9,000 feet. So just a little bit about the airport, Lihue Airport. We have the METAR over there. We've also had the TAF. It's going to be VFR. Runway is going to be 6,500 feet, and the elevation is 152 feet. Kona Airport, longest runway is 11,000 feet. It only has one runway, runway 17 and 2, I believe. So the runway is 11,000 feet. Elevation is 47 feet. And next we're going to look at performances. So for the takeoff distance, 50-foot obstacle, we're going to need 1,600 feet of runway, which Lihue has more than enough room to do this, so we're not too worried about that. Short field, accelerate, and stop. We're going to need 2,100 feet of runway for that. Again, Lihue has more than enough runway for that, so we're good. Landing distances at Kona, we're going to need 1,300 feet. And just to note, I do not correct for any wind whatsoever, because I like to be on the safe side. The climb performance for one engine, we're going to be looking at the green because we're going to be departing out of Lihue. So it would be roughly around 320 feet per minute for one engine. Climb performance for two engines, it's going to be 1,600 feet. Weight and balance, here's my weight and balance sheet. It is within limits. So my friend and I weigh 220 pounds. He weighs 200. Rear passengers, there's no passengers, but we're taking 40 pounds of equipment, luggage, and all the stuff we need. So usable fuel, like I said again, we're not taking full fuel. so we're only taking 348 pounds of fuel. And yeah, we are within limits for the takeoff and the landing. All right, so checklist. You gotta do checklist every time before we fly. So the PAVE checklist, the pilot. I'm safe. No illnesses, no medication, no stress, no alcohol, no fatigue. I've had enough rest, and no emotions that I need to be worrying about. My personal documents, pilot certificate, I have that. I am commercial and instrument rated. Valid medical, I have a first class, and my driver's license is valid. Aircraft inspections, airworthiness directives, that's all good. VOR has been inspected within the past 30 days. 100-hour and annual is good. The transponder, ELT, and I forgot to put that on, but the pedostatic system is all good. The required documents for the airplane, airworthiness certificate, registration is good. Operator's handbook is in the plane, and weight and balance is good. Environment, we've checked the weather. It is going to be VFR all the way, and we don't have to worry about any TFRs or anything like that. Yeah, so weather is good. External pressures, probably the only external pressure I can think of is maybe trying to rush to the ball game, but with flying there's no need to rush. I'd rather prefer safety over anything. And another abbreviation or acronym that we've learned during our private pilot training is the NUCRAFT. There's a pre-flight checks or pre-flight checklist. So NOTAMs, I received NOTAMs. Weather, again, we received the weather. There are no ATC delays for both airports that we're going to. Runway lengths, we received the runway lengths. Alternates, Kona has VFR weather and he has an instrument approach, so we don't need to follow an alternate, but just in the case of an emergency, we have a couple of airports to land at. If we're about halfway through the flight, we can land at Honolulu or Lanai or even Maui. So those are the choices that we have. It depends on what airport we're closest to. The fuel, we've got the fuel. We're not taking full fuel because, again, like I said, there's no point in having all that weight and decreasing performance. We're trying to save the company some money, and so we've taken enough fuel, or the only fuel that we need, and we've done our takeoff and landing distances. Other than that, I think that's about it.